going, guys? It's Deathmark here. Today I'm going to be talking about some things rather interesting concerning Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 as well as Warzone 2.0. Now, Warzone players absolutely love the fast-paced Resurgence maps, and Warzone 2 will be receiving its own in a future update, we believe at this present moment in time for Season 2. Here's everything we know about Warzone 2's Resurgence map, including its release date, the leaks, and its inclusion in DMZ. When Warzone 2 arrived on November 16, 2022, a bare-bones version of the original game was left behind. Stripped of the majority of modes, Warzone players were left without the fan-favourite Resurgence mode and its Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep maps. Without a small map in Warzone 2, players have been desperate to get their fast-paced Battle Royale fix. Luckily, the devs have confirmed that a Resurgence map is on the way towards Warzone 2. Here's everything we know so far, including the release date, the leaks, as well as its arrival in DMZ. So the release date, first of all, we know that Warzone 2's first ever Resurgence map will arrive with the Season 2 update on February 15th, 2023. These updates usually arrive at around 9 AM Pacific, 1 PM Eastern, 6 PM GMT, that's UK time, but stay tuned for more information. The Resurgence map leaks that we have. So, Warzone 2 upcoming Resurgence map appears to have been leaked ahead of time, showing grassy islands with POIs such as castle, port, town centre and greenhouses. Now I'm just going to see if I can show you this leak here. So I'm just going to see if I can locate it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it looks like it has been taken down due to copyright, but never mind. But that's really interesting there. The leaked POI names included greenhouses, apartments, water treatment, residential, shipwreck, power plant, castle, port, town centre, industrial ruins and beach club. We still don't know the name of the map, nor where it's located in the world. Players have noticed a small island off the coast of Al Mazrah, so that could be it. The leak suggests the new Resurgence map will hold around 50 players and will also feature in DMZ and Modern Warfare 2 as a 24v24 ground war map. Many assume Castle refers to the classic World at War map, but we'll need to wait and see. Now don't forget, guys, Castle did actually return in Call of Duty Vanguard as part of one of the seasons towards the end of the game's life cycle. Warzone 2 Resurgence map in DMZ. Now the leak suggests that the new Resurgence map would feature in DMZ, and this appears to be confirmed by developers. In their blog announcing the major changes coming to Warzone 2, Infinity Ward said that a new exclusion zone is arriving in Warzone 2. Exclusion zones are the areas that you load into, with Al Mazrah and Building 21 being the two available as of Season 1 Reloaded. It seems DMZ players will be able to head to the new Resurgence map, which has its own missions, but whether it arrives at launch or later in the season is still up in the air. So that's really interesting there, guys. Now, to back this up, Call of Duty have actually posted a rather interesting video up on their YouTube channel. Now, we're going to take a look at this, guys. I want to know what you guys thought of this in the comments box down below. Okay guys, so that's really interesting. Let me know what you guys thought of that in the comments box down below. Now as you guys can see from this footage, you can actually see what appears to be one of those pinballs, if you will. You normally see in like those arcades, and it's actually drawing out some Japanese characters. Now I've actually managed to decode that little message there. As you guys can see, the tag map is going to be revealed tomorrow with the hashtag Resurgence returns, so make sure you guys stay tuned to the Twitter feed for that, for those who are interested, and I will be doing a video covering that tomorrow as well. Now, when you decode those 3 Japanese characters, which I'll see if I can bring back on screen, there they are, and this is what was inscripted in the sand. Now, when I first looked at this, when I first saw what actually this meant, I wasn't sure what to think, to be quite honest with you. But when you decode those 3 Japanese characters into Google, it actually translates to the word Ashika, which in English means sea lion. Now, sea lions are obviously animals that actually typically live underwater. So, and just to give a bit of an idea, everyone mistakes the difference between what's the difference between a seal and a sea lion. Now, if I'm not mistaken, now, funnily enough, I was actually looking at this on a recent YouTube video recently, and actually found out that seals actually don't have ears. Sea lions do. Now, let me know what you guys thought of that in the comments box down below. So, as you guys can see, this is for Warzone 2. Now, lots of people have been wondering, is Plunder coming to Warzone 2? Now, some people may be aware of this, some people may not, but there was a leak courtesy of one of the Call of Duty leakers where they actually managed to find some sort of game mode symbols within the in-game files, and one of them, I think if I'm not mistaken, had a $sign as its emblem with like I think it was like a white and red background if memory serves. Now we think that this could potentially be related to Plunder. The heartbeat of Warzone 2 is this Battle Royale mode that sees under 150 players competing on Al Mazrah, and players also have the option to into the Escape from Tarkov inspired DMZ mode. Different Call of Duty game modes give players more entertainment, and one mode that has been beloved by players is Plunder. In this, the goal is to try and loot and land and reach a certain monetary milestone to be declared the victor, all the while enjoying infinite respawns. It's a fast way to level up guns and instantly becoming the fan favourite. Currently, Warzone 2 does not feature this mode, so it begs the question, will it ever be dropping into Warzone 2? The devs themselves are giving no indication that Plunder is arriving anytime soon in Warzone 2, however a strange map glitch has given credence to the idea that Plunder is very much in the pipeline. YouTuber, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, TikTok or Noog, posted a video in their channel showing some weird icons not normally visible on the map that said calling cash deposit heli. So let's take a look at this rather interesting video that somebody's posted. Now, as you guys can see, wherever he marks on this specific map, now I haven't quite identified this map exactly yet, but as you guys can see, no matter where he marks on this this specific map, it actually does read call in cash deposit heli. Now, it could suggest that this could potentially be a hint to was possibly Plunder coming into Call of Duty. So I want to know what you guys' thoughts of that. Let me know in the comments box down below, but that looks really interesting to look at. Is there anything else I need to tell you guys? Anyone familiar with Plunder will know that once you've accumulated a large sum of cash in the playlist mode, you can find a spot on the map that will allow you to call in a helicopter to help you permanently extract the cash. It goes without saying that the icons could potentially be leftover assets from Warzone Caldera, but it's likely evidence that Plunder will be featured in Warzone 2. There have also been other hints at this mode's arrival. In a since deleted leak on January 4, 2023, data miner BK2 revealed two modes in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2's game files. One of them had a $sign symbol with both solo and quad squad sizes. This had led to speculation that this mod might be Plunder. However, it might not be Plunder as the red colour scheme of the league symbol fits multiplayer and not Warzone 2. So unless the colour scheme is a placeholder, it's possible that this might be a new multiplayer mode, but for now, this should all be considered speculation. So that's really interesting there, guys. There's also suggestions, or least to suggest, I should say, Hardcore returning to Modern Warfare 2, and how this compares to the Tier 1 mode that's in game at the moment. Modern Warfare 2 may be months into its life cycle by now, but the camo grind is still on for many of its players. With over 50 weapons, a ton of attachments, and 4 mastery camos to earn, players are still looking to rattle through all the weapons as quickly as possible. Traditionally, one of the fastest ways of completing weapon grind is to play the hardcore mode thanks to its rapid time to kill. That makes almost any weapon viable. Luckily, after being missing from the game's launch, it's set to make its return and replace the controversial Tier 1 mode. Here's everything we know about hardcore mode at Modern Warfare 2. It's set to be added in Modern Warfare 2 with the Season 2 update on February 15th. IW pushed the major update back by 2 weeks to focus on improvements to the game, and a hardcore playlist has been announced as one of the marquee additions. A mode similar to hardcore named Tier 1 arrived back in Season 1, but the devs have decided to remove it in favour of the classic hardcore mode after it failed to impress players. Whereas hardcore usually came with a limited HUD and visible on players' screens, Tier 1 opted to remove the HUD altogether, to keep it more in line with the realism mode from MW 2019 and MW2's single-player campaign. This meant that key features like hit markers in the kill feed were stripped away as well, offering no indication to players that they landed their shots or eliminated an enemy outside of them falling to the floor. It also appears that Tier 1 started players with slightly more health than traditional hardcore, but made headshots an instant one-shot kill. Tier 1 was originally built as the replacement for Hardcore in MW2, but these subtle changes clearly weren't as well received as first hoped. Luckily, Hardcore mode is making its return to Season 2 and the Tier 1 mod will be completely removed from the game. How to play Hardcore mode in MW2 Season 2. So when Hardcore mode arrives in Season 2, you'll be able to select it under the multiplayer section of the Modern Warfare 2 menus. IW have yet to confirm which game modes will be included in the Hardcore playlist, but we expect the usual suspects like Team Deathmatch, Domination and Search and Destroy. So, what your guys' thoughts are, let me know in the comments box down below. I'm keen to hear what you guys' views and opinions are. I can't wait to learn more about this Resurgence map. We still don't know the name. Once we get more information on that, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please smash the subscribe button. Don't forget to notification for some of the same old videos. Drop a like and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace out.